I didn't expect to see all of that kitchen there. Can you believe it? Hey guys, it's Michael Todd and welcome back to the Cult of Vintage. Every time. We're at a really busy intersection here in Adamstown, Pennsylvania, and we happen to be at Mother Tucker's. I've never been here before. It's our first time here. I'm excited. I know that this has been recommended by Randy Girl. How you doing out there, Randy? And Cindi from Cindi's Mimi's Treasure Cottage has been here before. I'll try to link that right there for you guys. So yeah, we're gonna get in here, check it out, see if we can't find anything. Let's do it. All right, guys, here we go. We're going in. Woo! Okay, guys, here we are on the interior. Now look, this isn't the biggest place, but when I tell you what it lacks in size, it makes up for in quality. This place is jam-packed, especially with a lot of smalls. We do have some cabinets here up front, and as you will see throughout the video, it seemed like every single vendor was having a sale. It ranged up to 50%, and the minimum discount that I saw was 20%. So it was just everywhere you turned, there was a deal to be had. The first piece I see here is this little like ironing butter dish. It looks to me to be New Martinsville Viking glass. I thought that was really cool. It does seem to be in Vaseline. I did decide to go ahead and leave that behind. And then I turned to my left and the kitsch was on, you guys. It was so good. Prices were very reasonable. And again, add on top of that, all of the sales. It was just like, what do I do? I do see the pink, yep, hello pink, the white poodle there and the yellow dog. I had actually sold the yellow dog before, and of course those have that fur trim. All of the salt and pepper shakers here. And what caught my eye in the back there are those yellow patchwork dogs, salt and pepper shakers. There apparently is a very strong market for the patchwork dogs and animals. So I did decide to go ahead and pick those up. Again, lots of stuff just everywhere, a lot of smalls. And I did see this little box of vintage Christmas package toppers. It was priced at $25 for the lot, but again, there was a sale. It was a little more than I would have liked to spend, especially for decorations for my wreaths. So sadly, I left that one behind. In the cabinet right next door, I do see this pink and black dog. They were both priced at $25, but again, there was a sale on them. I thought as a collector, that was an amazing price, especially with the sale at 20% off. I thought, yeah, I'm gonna get those. Are you crazy? I didn't know who they were by at the time, but we'll see here in just a moment. Right underneath, skunks were a very popular thing here. I do see the little medium-sized skunk with his little straw hat on. It was a bang. He was really cute. I see the bisque pixies. There was, five of them. They were priced at $88 for the set. Again, there is 20% off. Again, we're seeing a lot of the fur animals, and the one that really captured my eye was the blue dog with the pink hat there. I do see the white kittens. Those are very collectible. Unfortunately, there was some fur damage to them, so I did leave them behind. And again, another sale. Oh my goodness. You know what, you guys? I'm going to try not to point out every single sales sign that I am showing you, and I am missing that pink poodle salt and pepper shaker set. Do you see she's carrying her two babies there on the side? Oh, I wish I would have gotten those. Look at this skunk trio here in the front. $22 for the set. You guys, there was 20% off on this. Oh, I should have gotten those too. This is the difficulty in filming, especially in a place you've never been before, is you're missing a lot. What I didn't miss was this beautiful glass display, and I was informed that this vendor, in fact, was a founding member of the Blanco Glass Society. They had this beautiful freeform piece here. I loved the colors on this. Unfortunately, there was a small chip. It was on the underside. It's in the back far left there, kind of in the web between the two fingers. I just love these colors. I love this shape. And here we got out everything. that I'm getting. The pink dog turns out to be Yukago. The black dog is, in fact, Arnart. And the black is in a matte, it's a rough bisque finish. I loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. This great chalk owl, very southwestern style in the coloring. I mean, just look at how much stuff is in this place. Like I said, it definitely makes up for in quality and items versus its size. But there's a giant Santa head. He's definitely large and in charge. Of course, we've got to focus on the holidays. I mean, they are upon us, folks. They are upon us. We've got some blow molds. I love the little soldiers there. And I do see some great mica ornaments here. They are all priced individually. Typically, so far as Breeze, I like to buy them as a bulk lot because I'm going to get a better deal. And sometimes I will pick up pieces individually because they're just so unique. But I was here to resell today, Michael, even though I did pick up a few things for my personal collection. Up next, I do see, I mean, this is just screaming 50s. He was priced at $15. It is, of course, the red flocked deer. He was in overall really good condition because you find a lot of them, the flocking is missing in large swaths. He did have a little bit of flocking underneath, kind of like the front quarter there, but it wasn't too bad. At $15, I did decide to go ahead and leave him behind. And I do see this beautiful little Victorian ornament there with the paper cutout, kind of like it's in a little egg. It does seem to be that it was cardboard and not an actual egg. And again, we're seeing another Victorian ornament here. Again, paper cutout with the tinsel there. Up next, I found chenille. This is a queen size. You guys, there are no rips. There are no tears. The chenille, there's no pulls. There is a very small stain here, and I'm calling it a stain. It's picking up better on camera than you can find. It took me a hot minute to re-find that stain once I got it home. But I did pick this up, and I picked it up for just $16 with a 20% discount. Love it. Very feminine. Now we are in the back right corner here. And again, it is chock full of stuff. The first thing that obviously catches my eye, because it always does, are these little Ziploc baggies. And it does have like some 50s, 60s Hong Kong and Japan ornaments. These are the kind that I like to pick up. The first thing I do see are these 3 spun heads. These were made to be package toppers. You could certainly use them as ornaments. We're going to use them as wreath fodder. So you will see them coming up again in the holiday season. So we're digging through. We're rooting and tooting, folks. Well, I wasn't tooting, but you know what I mean. So I'm making my selections. I was kind of thinking about these little choir figures, but I was like, no. And I did pick up this bag of mice. The one you can kind of see he has a little snowball. I actually have 2 of these, but you can never have enough little Christmas mice. I'm sorry, you just can't. And there's our chenille. Apparently I just missed out on a wreath. And when I set them down, I did see this yellow dog with the yellow fur. There were a few condition issues, so I did decide to go ahead and leave that one behind. Again, a cabinet just full of all of the goodness. I do see in the back right corner there, that gold, it does appear to be a Holt Howard, like tree topper angel. I left her behind because I'm starting to get a little too many. However, what I didn't leave behind was this chenille spunhead Santa. I did pick up one of those. I'm probably going to keep that. I'm not lying. And then I saw these. Did you remember up front there was the 2 smaller ones? Well, here are the larger ones. So I did get these out, but again, there was some substantial fur loss. Still in overall really good condition, especially for those fur animals. But I really want to make sure, especially with the fur stuff, that I get them in as good of a condition, because that is really the big selling point on those pieces. Of course, I did see the Little Mermaid. She has a little bell. Of course, a souvenir piece there for Florida. Obviously, Michael. Great little uranium console set. I've sold pieces like that individually, while the candlesticks is a set and the bowl separately. And we're up to our next booth here. And I did see these little celluloid Cupid-like dolls. There was a number of them. Yeah, I don't know. I was kind of interested, not fully interested, so I did leave them behind. Now, the next thing that caught my eye, of course, was this little skunk figurine. Look how bashful and shy he is. He's a little stinker. Again, you do see some substantial fur loss there to the tail, so I did leave them behind. What I didn't leave behind were these Japan vinyl head and felt figurines. They were very Tweedledum, Tweedledee-esque. They were priced at $8, yeah, for this set. So of course I picked those up. And 20% off. So I'm kind of divided as to whether or not I'm going to use them or just display them as figurines. Now I do see this beautiful art glass vase. We're going to pick it up very slowly. I love the swirling around it. I love the freeform top. We do have encased and flash glass all in one combination. I don't know if there's a different name that you would call that, but it is of course hand blown. There were no chips or cracks to it. I absolutely adore this piece. It's beautiful. It's masculine and feminine all at the same time. It's very contemporary, yet it does have a very mid-century vibe to it. I think it's one of those pieces that will blend into a lot of home decors. And at $30, there was no discount. However, I thought $30 definitely was still a steal. Now, of course, I immediately thought of Amy's Rock and Pop Shop when I saw all of the pose dolls. Now, these girls were in really good condition, so they don't really make good fodder for Amy's doll crafting because, you don't want to rip apart one that's in such good condition. The prices on these were absolutely amazing. This very large, she kept reminding me of Eliza Doolittle. I don't know why. I think it's the period clothing on her. She was quite large and priced at only $30. She would need a little cleaning, a little dusting to her, but in overall amazing condition. There was no rips or tears to her. She was just such a large piece. I kind of wanted her for myself, to be honest with you. But again, it was one of those areas where I'm like, I don't have any room for this. So I was like, can I get is this just dust? It was dust. So she would have cleaned up quite nicely. But I did leave her behind. Again, space is at a premium. I really wanted her, but we know as collectors, sometimes you can get the small stuff and cram it in somewhere, but when you start talking about those larger pieces, it gets a little more difficult. And I do see this little native baby. It is a Betty Bye, so her eyes would open and close, of course, as you laid her down. This cute little vinyl figurine. Look, you turn the little pom-pom on the top of her hat and you can rotate her face. I thought that was absolutely adorable. Just some great vintage toys, really taking you back to your childhood. The nostalgia is real. And the funny thing is, speaking of Amy's Rock and Pop Shop, she just did a review of a new in-box Emerald Witch, and I found one. She is priced at $120. Which is very inexpensive for this doll. She does have a battery compartment where you can place in a battery, and her eyes do light up green. So she was really cute, and it was just so ironic because I saw the pose dolls and thought of Amy, and I was like, oh, well, she just did a review. You know what? I'll go ahead and try to link that. I don't know if this is going to be successful. That might show up in the description before. I've never linked somebody else's video. Up next, we do see this beautiful, beautiful art parrot or bird. I don't quite know. He has quite the tail feather on him in that beautiful red glass. I wanted to get up close and personal. Isn't it beautiful? No chips or cracks to it. It was heavy, so I was like, oh, Lord. The size I'm not nervous about, or the fact that it's art glass am I nervous about. It's the weight that I was like, well, that's going to cost like $50. Now we do have a haul piece here. This is part of their Ebb and Tide series. I do own this particular piece. In fact, I love this glaze out of all of the different glazes that they did for this series. There is a pink and a black that they did a lot of them. And we do see this cat's eye marble. I was entranced with it. So now you all get to be hypnotized by the green cat's eye. It was $15. However, there is a sale on this. It was 40% off. So I did snatch this up, and it is proudly being displayed in my collection right now. I can't let it go. I was hypnotized by it. And in this same booth, we do see the Indiana Glass Stars and Bars fairy lamp. I did sell one of these before. The color on this, I'm unsure as to the specific color, but it is very hard to get. And at $67 with 40% off, there definitely was still room for profit on it. Now, I did see these black cat salt and pepper shakers. These are also the squeaks. They are 30% off, so I did pick up a set of them. Really good condition, just really unusual. I thought this would be great, especially as we enter into the Halloween decor season, to pick these up for a Halloween display. Now, these squeaks are included. They're kind of there in the hindquarters. The one is loose, but that's okay. It just takes a little glue. And our final piece of the day, remember me talking earlier about that patchwork dog? Well, we found a teapot. On the front, obviously, is the dog. And on the back here, I will show you, there is a little bluebird on the top. It is a Hammer Brothers piece. The lid is taped on, but I didn't want to drop it. You guys, I loved this trip. It was amazing. It was fun. It was fantastic. The sales were on point. You guys, I'll see you outside. Well, guys, that was Mother Tucker's. I want to say Mother Truckers for some reason. It was a good time. The clerk inside, Dave, thank you so much for being so kind, so gracious, and so helpful. I appreciate it. You guys, if you are in the Adamstown area, I really recommend checking out Mother Tucker's. It's well worth the trip. It's small, but as you saw, it is jam-packed, full of the good stuff. So as always, guys, until next time, remember, keep it rusty, crusty, and dusty. Bye, guys.